Speaking of Judge Doom and his plot, I think I was way too young to even understand what the red car storyline was or anything like that. Like,
it's a story thread that as a kid I was just like, okay, this goes over my head, but I know it's bad. I know he shouldn't do this.
As far as I kind of got the joke about him saying freeways, who's going to want to get on a freeway? And I was like, I know what that is. And those exist. So, but it's not too far off from a real life case involving General Motors, Firestone Tires, and Standard Oil of California buying up the old streetcars of Los Angeles just to dismantle them. And that was a real story. And also it was supposedly, as the story goes, the premise behind a proposed or scrapped third film in the Chinatown trilogy.
Yes, for those who don't know, there was Chinatown, and then there was a sequel made later called The Two Jakes.
Yep.
That Nicholson returns and directs.
And it would have been the third film in that series called Cloverleaf, which is the company that Judge Doom owns that bought up the red cars to dismantle them so he could build a freeway. Bizarre, right?
Yeah. It's also a kind of weird movie to go back to as an adult and realize that whether it's like discussed in the movie or not, it's one of the few movies where the bad guy wins, like technically, because if you live in a city that has a freeway going to and from, like you're like, well, I know that Toontown isn't on my morning commute, so clearly, like, they paved, instead of they paved Paradise and put up a parking lot, they paved Toontown and put up a freeway. Like, it's, so the bad guy technically wins.
Well, what I love is that there's been a lot of speculation online, a lot of fan speculation about where exactly Toontown is. Now, this is just something for me that I really enjoy. If you listen to Judge Doom at the end of the film, he talks about he wants to run a freeway from Los Angeles to Pasadena. And if you look back in history, the first freeway is the 110. The first freeway in Los Angeles was the 110. And so people like to speculate, where is Toontown exactly? So if you look on the maps, it's supposed to be, I guess, just east of Dodger Stadium. Some people say because they use the Griffith Park tunnels that it's actually over there closer to Burbank, where all the animation studios, the Walt Disney Animation Studios are, because that's obviously where they would have hired their tunes to appear in their films, so that's how that would have worked. So, but just fun fact, Toontown is just probably east of Dodger Stadium.